Alright, I'm going to open up a notepad. Let's go 5-1, just because 10-1 was a bit insane. Alright. What do you reckon, Jim, between Shawnee and Hippie? Just based on teams. Well, let's have a quick gander. I remember Shawnee's team being a bit rubbish. Hippie's got enough tackle mighty blow to be able to handle it, I think. Not the deepest bench. Has an unskilled warrior still. Has a non-block warrior in addition to the unskilled warrior. But a tackle claw, a tackle pom, and a tackle claw mighty blow. Frenzy Man, a best for goal ball carrier. Truly a best for goal tribute with 4 strength blodge. Sure hands 2 heads. So an absolutely stellar ball carrier. And a stand firm beast.
Yeah, that looks pretty nice, doesn't it? I'm gonna back. Oh my god, best fuck.
It's an actual best for goal too. We're
my
Shawnee
God.
down to a 9-man Woody. Mighty Blow strip tackle on the dancer, Mighty Blow tackle on the other dancer. And the rest are a bit middling with 2 blodge catchers, 1 Rog lineman, and not much else.
He hasn't got a team at all. Holy shit. Yeah, I'm gonna back Hippie for that one.
Look, I would back Hippie also. Just on the Shawnee qualifying, but not having a team that would win it. And I think that's half the battle.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, the winner. Well, don't want to rule Shawnee out. I'm pressing random buttons now. Don't want to rule Shawnee out, but likely Hippie and Large Thud next round, which will be a very favourable matchup for Hippie, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
And then the winner of that, well, in fact, that's the Nasty Claws against Inarin's Dark Elves. We know Inarin's Dark Elves are insane. Can't remember who Nasty Claws are. Oh, it's a Skaven. Oh, that's right, it's the Insane Skaven. Look, I don't think Inarin will have too much trouble with this. It is a 10 move, 2 heads, sprint, sure feet gutter. But the other gutters are just this weird, only gonna win Cole matches gutter, in that they're blodge, step, dive, and tackle. And so you imagine a lot of new Cole coaches are just gonna really struggle to get rid of blodge, step, dive, and tackle off a ball carrier, and Naren won't have that issue.
Yeah, they do. It's what's he called? Russ. Russ used to just go blood, step, dive, and tackle all the time, and everybody, and like shadowing, and people just wouldn't deal with it at all. Like all the bad players just could not deal with it. So, yeah, 0 tackle on his team. Yeah, I reckon he's got no chance in hell.
I agree. No chance to take an Aren's for sure. So we've seen an Aren's team. It's a fantastic Dark Elf team with 4 strength and Agi 5 options. So winner of that will play, so presumably an Aryan and Hippie in the quarters, if we're just going to write off Shawnee right now. Which we shouldn't do, because Woodies can always win any game.
Yeah, it's very true. It is very true. Yeah, you can't write him off, but obviously I would
He's not favoured. Exactly. Yeah. Now it's a Storm and El Paravos.
It's no disrespect to Shawnee at all.
No, not at all.
Or the team. It's just that looking at the teams, he's got to really play well or get some luck on his side to win it, I think.
Oh, sorry, Large Thud, but with the Claw Mighty Blow on the Nurgle, I think the Claw Mighty Blow Nurgle are favoured to beat Orc. I mean, once again, capable of banging down Nurgle for sure, but I just don't think you're favoured to. Wow, Scouty.
Partner hype. Fast Jimmy E18.
Oh baby, what a good fella.
Flash Jimmy 18.
We could do a 3-man hybrid. Next up, 1300 Brits, 13 men, single dirty player, 4 guard, 1 mighty blow, missing a blitzer for his game 1.
Yeah, I think you can write him off because he's got Bretts.
See, they're just standard Bretts, they're not Ducky Bretts, and I've not seen Autumn before.
Yeah.
And he qualified with what was a 16-3-2 record. So look, not bad, but just not very many games.
Yeah. Yeah, I reckon I've heard of the name actually. I think maybe he plays on Fumble.
All right.
Maybe he does. I've definitely seen the name. Does play on Fumble. 221 50 55 on Fumble.
Is that good?
Yeah, it's pretty good on Fumble, definitely.
Nice, nice.
8-0 Kemri in Black Box. That's pretty good. 14-3-1 Skaven in Black Box is good as well. 12-1-2 Elves. 11-0-1 Humans. So yeah, he looks a pretty decent coach. Of course, you've got to discount his ranked record completely because that's completely meaningless. I played him once and drew 1-1.
Well, fair enough. Well, at 1300 Brett, he'll be missing one of his blitzers against a 2170 High Elf, which isn't bad for the Bretts. They'll give him a Griff option, but the High Elf is steroided as shit, with a 9 move Agi 5, a 9 move, a 4 strength, a 4 strength 5 agility.
Yep.
Mighty Blow tackle for days.
That is a roided up team and a half. Holy shit. Yeah, and 13 players as well, so they're not like, if that was Shawnee's team against those Bretts, you'd favour the Bretts, wouldn't you? Because the 11
the dirty player, the 11 men, absolutely. The Mighty
Yeah.
Blow eventually going to grind down AV7 and 8.
Yeah, but this a lot more robust, and with the stat free catches are insane, aren't they? Holy shit.
Yeah, and look, most importantly, the Mighty Blow, well, not most importantly, but importantly, a Mighty Blow tackle option, as with including Blodge Step Guard. On number 1 Blitzer. So he's able to take down the Brett Blitzers with the Mighty Blow Blitz. All of them
that's a
have
good
Blodge.
point. The Griff will be good though, because there's no strip, and he'd have to rely on the strength 4 with tackle, wouldn't he, to deal with Griff? That'd be basically his only out of dealing with the Griff ball carrier. So yeah,
And only 2 guard against 4 on the Bretts.
Yeah. So the Bretts could pull out the upset, definitely.
Elves making it with a 26-0-6 record.
Yeah. Interesting.
So I got a favourite for that match. I think I have to lean with the High Elves. Those stats are just next level.
Yeah. You've got to go with it.
If coaching skill is equal, it's hard to say no to the Elves.
Yeah.
Alright, so presumably the Elves then play Inarin's Darkies. We don't know this coach skill level. But Inarin does have Strip, the High Elves don't. Presumably the Strip Elf matchup with no Sure Hands is the favourite, so presumably Inarin, Hippie. That would be my guess for the bottom half.
Yeah, I guess it's safer to say that, just because I think the Bretts High Elves match is somewhat hard to call.
It is.
So therefore, seeing as Inarian's almost guaranteed to be playing one of those two, he's the safer bet to win against one of those two, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. And his team is stellar. It is comparable to the High Elf team.
Yeah.
And he won't. And so let's say that the Bretts do pick up Griff and they do win because of Griff. They won't be able to do the same against Inarin with that TV difference.
Yeah.
This is the bracket Raspberry Crepes. So imagine this being the bottom half. I could draw one after this. So this is the bottom half. So this guy and this guy, imagine a little bracket here connecting these two. Those two will play, these two will play, these two will play, these two will play. And just imagine those brackets top to bottom. And then we enter the top half of the bracket. The Ducky Lou half.
No, which one's Ducky?
I think he's the Art of War Lizards against the Renegades, or Reneg 8 DS.
So you'd imagine Ducky will get through out of those 4 then.
Oh, he's against
Ducky
He's against the 1901 Woodies that didn't play for quite some time. Just sat on their record from... Oh, maybe they did play. He played infrequently from the 6th. So only 2 games since in the last week.
Ooh, 1901's tasty though, isn't it?
As for the team, yeah, not too bad. He's got 2 strip ball dancers, 1 dauntless, so he's able to take down a Saurus. Has a dauntless catcher, a bit rowdy. Definitely a one-turn option in a 9-move catcher as well.
Yeah.
Reasonable enough tackle, reasonable enough blodge, but only 11 men, and he took multiple block on a tree.
Yeah.
So maybe a madman.
Yeah. He's got a lot of blodge though, hasn't he? Holy shit. That's a lot of blodge.
Well, let's check out Ducky.
Yeah, what's Ducky's tackle mighty blow
It's
situation?
not the best, actually. I think he took some recent bangings.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry, it's not Ducky, it's the Undead is the Art of War.
Ah.
So the, what's the team we were just looking at?
I've got no idea.
The Woodies, 11-man Woodies with Strip Ball. Against this Undead, 15 men has a 9-move Sure Hands Ghoul, so the Strip Ball less relevant. 4-strength Frenzy Sidestep Ghoul. Bit of an odd choice. Bristle Tackle Ghoul to take down 3 tackle
He's
options
got
outside of the white. 4, including the white.
Jump up tackle pommer. That's good. But that's his only real threat, isn't it, against the elves?
Well, even just having tackle and making 2-die boxes with tackle could do work. 15 players
It
as
could
well.
do.
Dirty player
It
option.
could do.
Who knows what the ghoul level up is? Couple of fodder rotters, zombies and skeletons.
He could win, but I guess it could be like Ducky's game where he's going to outbash him and he's going to foul him, but I don't know. I think there's so much blodge. I think the Wood Elves could definitely win. I think this is a hard one to call. This is probably the hardest one to call so far. I think his record. I guess
11-man blodge Woodies.
Yeah,
It's 2060. What was the TV of the Woodies? It wasn't huge, was it?
1850, I think.
Alright, so he'll have a wizard. Woodies with a wizard.
Yeah.
Oh, the undead
Hard
also
to
have 2,500 in the bank. Oh, 250k, I should say. So 1960 TV versus 1800.
Right.
So maybe a wizard if I looked at his inducement money or his bank money again.
Yeah.
1850 for the Woodies. 1300 in the bank. Oh, sorry, 130k in the bank.
Right. So he's going to have a wizard then, isn't he? Unless the undead cuts down to 1860, which he could do. I'd think about cutting down to 1860 and buying a wizard of my own.
Yeah, it wouldn't be bad. And if you can restrict him to 11 men and get those jump up home hits.
Yeah. It's just always hard to bet against elves, isn't it?
It is, it really is. Because with that wizard, they can get away with anything, absolutely.
Yeah, I think based on the record, I'd go for the, but they could easily not win. I think this would be the closest one.
Well, I mean, the undead record wasn't bad, and 1901, while is a good record, is a few amount of games played.
Yeah, it could just have been lucky playing against people who are new to Blood Bowl.
And never seen him on the ladder before in any champ ladder.
Yeah.
So Wraith Raiders and the Doom Desto Torchestva, whoever they are. Ducky's Lizards. Oh, against World Sitter. Alright, so Ducky with a 12-man team, Energy 4 Blodge, Sure Feet, Sprint, Skink. Ducky with the 1-turn option. 8-move Block Guard, 8 armor Block Guard, 5 armor Block Mighty Blow. And the most intimidating Saurus you'll ever see. Sorry, the most intimidating Crocs you'll ever see. With the Blodge Guard Stand Firm Break Tackle.
Wow,
what a
yeah,
superstar.
the Croc is amazing.
Is
The
niggled
Croc is
though.
really amazing. Oh.
And we know World Sitter loves his fouls.
Wow, I think World Sitter is probably favourite for this.
Oh, betting against the 2-time reigning champion.
Yeah.
So that's a brave call. It's a
I don't like
2070
how-
human team.
I don't like how undeveloped he is. I really don't like how undeveloped his Saurus core is.
You're quite right. We're getting there, Aaron. We're getting there. World Sitter, 140 in the bank. Comparable team value. 5 strength Mighty Blow, tackle, jump up. Human Blitzer.
That's crazy, isn't it?
A Stand Firm Jugger Blitzer. 7-move Ag4 human thrower with a strip roll option. A curious 4-strength frenzy lineman at Ag2 with wrestle.
Yeah, this is
And
actually
so-
not looking so scary now.
Yeah, no, it's a fairly run-of-the-mill human.
Yeah.
2 blodge, 3 blodge.
Yeah, but still, he's got
One-
13 players. He's got a dirty player.
4 blodge.
He's
my
got
bad.
some tackle. He's got some tackle if he gets the skinks. If you know the Saurus aren't that scary. I guess maybe Ducky's a better player than him. I don't know how good a coach World Sitar is. So I would say it is lizards versus humans, though. Yeah, that's true. But I don't know. I guess it depends how good World Sitar is. Because obviously we know Ducky's good.
Yeah, he does have a single tackle Saurus. And I guess the diving tackle Sphinx might be able to harass a human catcher. And look, that Crocs will be terrifying if the ogre doesn't bang it down. Well, yeah, run-of-the-mill outside of that one blitzer. I mean, for a human team to be spectacular, right? So I remember back at Blood Bowl 2's launch, had a front page human team, in the first month or two, and it was a human team that had a bunch of Ag 5, bunch of Strength 4, and it was truly a terror to behold. Able to win games with one player left on the field. And while look, a Strength 5, a Strength 4 lineman, and a Ag 4 thrower, it's got the tools it needs. I mean, Ag 4 throws to a human catches, never really bad if that comes down to it.
Yeah.
But it's just not. It's not the the Ag 4 catcher to the Ag 4 thrower, or Ag 4 thrower to the Ag 4 catcher. Just not having that option. Likely to be banged down by the Sauruses if he's not careful with placement. Ducky is meticulous with his Saurus placement.
And Squirrel Dude makes a good point that the Strength 5 tackle bits will probably be used on the Crocs. He's probably going to have to
reckon?
use them on the Crocs.
Nah, it'll be the ogre.
He could hit and
Ogre
run,
for sure.
though.
Well, the
Yeah,
Crocs
he
just
could
break
hit and
tackles
run on
away.
the Crocs.
Not really
Yeah, but he
tying
could
it
just
up.
knock him down.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure. He ties him up with the Ogre, but you might use the Blitzer to put him down. But,
Yeah, true.
What's interesting is normally what you do is if someone's got a tackle mighty blow guy or whatever, you stick a Saurus on him, and then it's really hard for him to get 2 dice to Saurus. But it's really not. It's not difficult at all for that guy to 2D a Saurus if he gets marked by a Saurus. So that's going to be tough for the Lizardmen to handle, to be honest. He is going to be tough. But I mean, he's armor 8, isn't he? So if he does get a 2 dice him, you probably just Kaz him and then it's game over. Well, almost. The thrower's good. He's got some catches. 1 catcher, is it? Yeah.
2 catches, both blodge.
Yeah. He's got a shot. He has got a shot. It's not that lopsided as you would think, Lizardmen against humans.
Yeah, well, look, I remember Ducky lamenting about getting banged in towards the end of the season. He was right furious, but as he will be. I mean, it happens.
Yeah. Yeah. So I reckon.
Who are you picking?
I guess I guess I got to pick Ducky just because he's Ducky.
Yep, absolutely. if he's paying attention and on the ball, and gives us the traditional no mistakes Ducky gameplay, that'll be tough. And in the games that I've had against World Sitar, he's gotten away with a lot of shenanigans, including 3-man fireballs to hit my Pommer, to get a Kaz. Just that that next level insane rowdy shit. 1Ds on blodges to get the death. Early fouls. It really rustled me to lose games like that. But once he did get that 3 or 4 men up, he was able to correctly shut me down. They give me no options. So he knows how to close out a game once he gets that lead.
Yeah. Fair enough. This looks a very good team, doesn't it? To be honest.
The Banterbus 3.1.2, yeah, absolutely. Well, not quite where he wants them to be. So the 2 warriors a little bit away from the claw.
Oh, yeah, of course. He'd love 4-star player points on him.
Yeah, for sure.
Points on him, yeah.
A great ball carrier, a great hawk, good pommel, block guard, blodge, frenzy jugger. has the tools it needs if it could just get 2 more claw.
Holy shit, he got lucky with the ball carrier, didn't he? Like, not the strength 4 and agility 4, because that's not too crazy, but taking sure hands on him and then getting them
Yeah.
is ridiculous, because I always go block first, so that I've got, if I get something like agility second, then I can make him the carrier. But just to go sure hands in the dark, then get the agility, then get the strength, that's unbelievable.
It's pretty
Unbelievable
amazing.
carry. Yeah.
Yeah, no, look, it was looking really similar to my team, with the exception of I didn't have 4 strength, I had 4 agility, but I had the claw mighty blow on the Warriors. So sad, Jim. I still can't believe it for the team to die on its final match in 8th spot.
Yeah. Oh, shame.
Broke my heart.
Oh.
Up against Woohoo Boys Necromantic, who perhaps hadn't played in a while, but I remember Large Thud playing against him towards the end of the season. Here it is. He conceded to Large Thud after getting banged, and then played 2 more and won them both. Just on the day of the ladder closing.
Wow.
As for the team, 1630.
Wow.
Somewhat run-of-the-mill Necro, 12 men, 2 dirty players. Double guard.
Yeah,
I can't see him beating Lupak without a bunch of luck.
No, this looks absolutely nondescript Necro team. I reckon he might get a lucky Kaz or something to, maybe a wizard and Cheney. He might be in.
Yeah, 1630 versus 2k, so yeah, roughly about 400-500. Only has 110 in the bank, so yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
But I mean, Cheney just gets pommed.
30. Yeah.
The single bull carry just gets
depends
pommed.
how he plays. Depends how he plays, doesn't it? That's the thing. Like, if he can play well enough, and if he just gets lucky. I mean, look at that game where I took 4 Kaz in 4 blocks, just to I think it was a mighty blow claw, to be fair. But,
4 Kaz in 4 blocks. That seems pretty standard. Doesn't that happen every game? Happens every game to me.
No, it doesn't happen every game. But,
It happens every game, Jim. Down a man turn 1. How often does that happen? Tell me how often that happens. 90% of the time?
Omadon's just going both barrels here all the time.
Poor old Omadon.
Yeah, but I reckon he's
Chip on his shoulder the size of a boulder. He's getting that anger to fester and smolder. If only he could man up and take it like a soldier.
He's got the two dirty players. So look, at the end of the day, Chaos have got to field their armor 8 guys. He's got a couple of mighty blow. He's got 3 claw players. He'll have a wizard. If he gets a bit of a lucky start, sticks the boot in, gets some removals, he could have a shot. But
if Clawpom does nothing for 0 turns, absolutely. And even then, the Mighty Blow Warriors will chew through the zombies and whites that are sacrificed.
Yeah.
I can't see
But then
him
not
winning it.
necessarily. That's the thing.
Without large thud tier removals.
Yeah, he needs a lot of luck. He needs a lot of luck, definitely. Banter Bus, massive favourite there, I think.
And lastly, the infamous Colian, that dirty dingo. Season 1, I had a killer high elf start, and I think it's in my Twitch highlights at the moment. Peasant dodge, 1D powers me blodger, ball caught by the peasant, double GFI scores, and my 700 Dark Elf team gets a draw, and I just delete it out of sadness.
Yeah, no. Shabby.
So Power Beer and Esper Sojo Owners. Look at all these weird names. Are you sure?
Esper Sojourners, yeah, it's
Is that some sort of Spanish?
No, it's magic
Elvish?
card themed, no doubt.
Is what theme? Is it Elvish? Like what language is that?
Elvish impersonators. It's probably just English.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Alright, 1850 Norse. Yeah, it does have the Pom Thick Skull Yeti.
Let me Wikipedia it.
Oh.
Or maybe not even Wikipedia, there might be someone else. Word origin and more definitions, let's have a look. It's from Latin, so yeah, just English. There you go.
12-man Norse. 6447 carrier, no blodge. Kick return, short hands. It's a lineman.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough though, because the throws are shit, aren't they? So
Well, I'd never
when
take
you
the
get
shot. It'd always be a Dauntless runner for me.
Ah, yeah, true. But when you get agility on a runner, on a lineman, then it's not so bad to make him like a sure hands dude because
Yeah, for
sure,
sure.
you'd much rather have the agility on a movement 7 guy with dodge access on normals, but I guess needs must when the devil drives. Maybe he took this agility and strength, and then later on he got banged on, so he took the sure hands, and then he's only got one runner, hasn't he? So
Yeah, that's a fair call.
he might have
But
had a proper ball carrier. You just don't know.
12 men, 2 tackle pommers, and a somewhat scary Yeti. Looks like it's just
Yeah.
one Ulf. No, he's got 2 Ulfs. Both block guard. Is it good enough? Block guard is nice for the Ulfs.
Yeah, yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it's just Norse, isn't it? That's the problem.
Run-of-the-mill Norse. Not
Yeah,
mind-blowing Norse. Against the alleged 1270 Dark Elf. Oh, that's right, the Rule of 5 Dark Elf. Oh man, if those tackle pommers ever get a hold of one of these 4 superstars.
Yeah, it's a rule of 5 dark elves. Oh god, the 1270.
But
Oh,
they've only got
they're journeyman abusing.
7 men.
They're journeyman abusing.
Yeah.
Or maybe they're not. Maybe they just got.
No, I'm pretty sure they're journeyman abusing. For sure.
Okay.
So qualify that way, why not? Even then 23-4-2.
Oh,
But I
man.
mean, what 1000 TV team or even 1200 TV team that he's likely spinning into, he's able to handle Agi 5 leapers, dive and tackle lodges, Agi 5 leapers with strip ball, and then a middling frenzy blitzer.
So there you go. I fancy the Norse to win this. He's got nondescript Necro into nondescript Norse. So I definitely fancy Banterbus to win both of his and get through to the last 4, where he might be playing Lizardmen. Which
Another favourable matchup. Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
But I mean, here's the thing, with those 2 tackle pom Zerkers, these elves aren't safe. And if he loses a single one, he's done. And they're gonna get fouled. And that dude loves his fouls.
Yeah.
And so I would pick the Norse for the Norse Dark Elf matchup.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Definitely pick the Norse for this. I mean, obviously he can do elf bullshit, with 3 rerolls, but he's got so many journeymen that it's almost not like having 3 rerolls because the journeymen just got to be sacrificial lambs, haven't they? So, wow. So there you go. So yeah, I reckon Banterbus makes the top 4. And I'm not even that favourite of Ducky to make through the next 4, but I guess you've got to pick him, haven't you? I think Ducky or World Sitter. I can't remember who the Renegats in the Art of War is. Can't remember those 2.
Blight the Undead and Renegades was the Bretts.
Yeah. So I guess whoever wins out of Ducky, I guess I would fancy Inarian to come through, and I'd fancy Bleeding Hippie to come through. And then Bleeding Hippie against. I haven't seen Inarian's team. Could you give us some Inarian's team action, please?
Alright. Un momento, por favor.
What language is that? Elvish?
Could be. So maybe Spanish?
No, I think it's more likely to be Elvish.
Lucky Anarin picked these Dark Elves and knew he picked these Dark Elves by not deleting them because he wanted to play the Dark Elves. Are you up with that meme?
Yeah, I saw that.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yapping like a lightning bolt out of hell.
Oh yeah, this team looks quite good, doesn't it? I don't like I don't like the injuries.
It is a bit of a shame for an AV6 Witch.
Yeah. But 14 players is nice, isn't it? Even if one of them is gimped, well, 2 of them are gimped. Really, Armor 7 isn't nice, is it? B's going to be reserved. Well, there's a lot of TV, so I guess you want him on the pitch.
Mol made a really good point about this 90k assassin and 100k kick runner. Wasp bloat.
Yeah, true. There's a bit of bloat there, but it's a good team, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't really want to be down men in the finals when you know you're probably going to be losing them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I don't mind especially the movement 5 guy. He doesn't need his movement that much, does he? With Bloodstep, he's just there to.
Yeah, he'll be the cage harasser for sure.
So he's going to take some hits. So realistically, I don't blame him for not sacking, but obviously he's a little bit down strength. But yeah, it's looking good, isn't it? Bloodstep, Fend,
Yeah, like
stats.
it's what we saw from last season, but with Dark Elves, it'll be pressing the ball with the Blodge Fence Steppers, and the Bretts only had what, one tackle?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was.
4 Bloodstep Fend is. Oh no, actually, it's not. That's not true, is it?
Nasty.
Four Blodgestep and 4 Blodge Fend. So, yeah, that's.
Oh, sorry, it was the
that's a-
Skaven. It was the no tackle Skaven.
Yeah, the no
That's who he's playing. Yeah.
Yeah, so I reckon. You're okay. He aces that matchup definitely. I think.
I mean, unless, you know, there's just the jankiest dodges that just ignore all the tackle.
He's got 15 players, so if he just doesn't try to play Blood Bowl, he could easily win. You know, if he just doesn't play Blood Bowl, if he just makes some fouls and what have
Yeah,
you,
but
he
Anarin
makes
will
a
make him
little-
play Blood Bowl with that pressure on the cage, pressure on the ball, Blodge Step on the ball.
Oh, yeah, well,
It'll have to be a
Inarion will
potato.
score. Inarion will score in 2 turns, won't he? Actually, the right time to do so against a natural one turner. So yeah, the natural one turner not so effective as it would be against like a bash team. So
Exactly.
he's playing against Inarion's insanity. So yeah, I guess yeah.
But the Darkies don't score in the same way that the Wood Elves do as safely. He doesn't have a catcher to catch and a thrower to throw.
True,
so
true. But he
the
can easily
team
score in
rolls.
3 or 4.
Yeah.
And then he's got probably more chance of stopping a 5-turn touchdown from the gutters than he does stopping a 1-turn.
And he'll have the tackle to bang down the Blodge Step gutters that do harass the ball. One of whom is niggled.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be an exciting, high-scoring match.
Yeah, I don't think Ducky's got one of the best teams, to be honest. But Master X, I don't think that's. I think Ducky
No,
hasn't got a very good
compared to
team.
his last seasons, the teams aren't quite there. The Lizards aren't quite there.
No, but then there's not that many good teams in this, is there? Really, you've got to say Bleeding Hippie and Inarian's team are the two. They're the 2 standout teams, and I guess Lupak's team looks pretty strong. Surprisingly, it doesn't look that strong, but when you look at what it's up against, it actually looks pretty strong.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. So yeah, look, I would say Anarin comes out on top against the Skaven, and regardless of the High Elves, we can even leave notes.
Put it in the middle of the screen, fast, so we can see it all.
Is it not in the middle of the screen?
No.
The fuck is this? Oh, it's doing a wrong window capture. Alright, I got it. OBS Studio, bit of a change. Alright, is it on the screen? I presume it's on the screen.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, you just need to move OBS off, and it'll be all right. Yeah, there you go. Oh, this is professional as fuck.
We did it. Alright, so this is health. This is Delph.
Yeah, the high elf team looks pretty. Yeah, the high elf team looks pretty good actually. Yeah, the high elf team looks pretty good. Where are the high elf team?
Top right, El Praveros.
Oh yeah, you've written health. Oh wow, you
Wasn't
professional.
Bert, was
here.
it? I think it was the
Fucking
Knights of the Storm of the Birds, aren't they?
Oh, no one cares.
Yeah, I don't think they're making it. Let's double check this Renegades fella one more time.
No one cares.
Fucking Birds.
Birds, yeah, they gotta be birds. Fucking birds.
Yeah, the Knights were the Birds.
Bleeding Hippie is coaching Best Fagot Tribute.
And Renegade is a Wood Elf.
His record's probably not very good because he's Nurgle. but he's going to have a decent shot in the playoffs, isn't he? Because all those draws are likely to be wins as he going into overtime, and obviously his team gets much better at high TV than at low TV. So and I mean, Bleeding Hippie is the UK BBL champion, isn't he, at the moment?
Oh, how do you win that? I thought there was a different guy that was that had an undefeated record that was looking really good.
There was a guy who was looking really good in UK. The guy looking real good. He had won every single game, and then he got his mummy killed, and then he got his team killed, so he didn't win. Pitch cleared in the final. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Oh yeah, VIP Kurgol. That will have to happen. That will have to. I wanted it to happen the other day, but it didn't because you weren't there. But maybe tomorrow we could do that if you're free.
Are you demanding a rematch?
No. Kurgol asking for a coaching thing because we had a good idea to do coaching.
You mean like coaching with Fash? Are you stealing my idea?
No.
Sounds a lot like coaching with Fash.
No.
Wow, Kurgol, why do you want my coaching advice?
It was so nice. Alright, cool.
I'm still struggling on the Renegades versus the Undead. It was the Woodies with the with the strip Mighty Blow tackle against the Undead with that 4 strength. It's the only one I can't really pick.
Yeah, that's a tough one, and I think Ducky's one's a tough one as well, to be honest.
It is, but we have to favour the reigning champ.
Yeah,
the 2-time reigning champion.
Also, I mean, this is interesting as well because if the Wood Elves win against those Undead, I'd fancy them to beat the Lizardmen then with only 1 tackle and can't protect the Skinks from getting 2D banged on by Woodies. You know, toughest matchup for. And although obviously they're armor 7, so they can get banged on themselves, but interesting. Patreon.com/thesagebeep. Holy shit. Ooh. Right, here we are. So we're getting down to it now. Professional Fash.
Alright, one more look at the Woodies and the Undeads, Jim. We gotta make a pick.
Yeah.
Now, 1850 Woodies didn't play many games. Had the multi-block tree. Anyone that takes multi-block, I just assume they're bad. When have you ever taken multi-block and thought it was good?
Never.
Except for an assassin, maybe. But probably not.
In Living Rulebook 4, when you had a claw, when you had a
at the dawn of time, when man crawled out of the swamp, multi-block was good. Gotcha.
Yeah, if you there was a guy on Fumble, and he was a chaos warrior called Enjoyment, and he was strength 6, right, with block, claw, razor sharp fangs, and multi-block. So he had +2 to armor and injury, +2 to armor and injury, and he was strength 6 with multi-block. So he was a pretty good player. He was famous on Fumble. He had like 1 million casualties. Well, maybe not 1 million, but a lot. This looks a good team. The only thing is, if it had 12, I'd be backing it. And you could buy one. It's
at 1850.
Yeah, you could buy a 12 and then still get a wizard, depending on what the chaos, depending on what I can't speak, depending on what the undead player does. It looks nice though, doesn't it? It looks a nice team, and he's got a hell of a record, hasn't he?
Yeah, it was 1901, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's a hell of a record.
Now against the 15-man undead, with 22, with $250,000 in the bank. At 2060,
so it could be 1960. They could so just
110 different.
They could sack a skeleton and a zombie and then go down more. You know, so it's interesting.
I mean, they both have the capacity to 110. The short hands to negate the strip a little. The tackle palm to bang down those blodge woodies. With only 11 men, if he does sack a zombie or 2, drops the TV difference naturally to 60.
Yeah.
Scums the wizard. And then The Woodies are 11 men with a wizard, or 170 to spend. If he sacks it.
It's interesting. It is really hard to call. I guess just going on records, I just say Woody's.
I think records are such a poor way to go about it.
Yeah,
Because remember, it's the coach that qualifies with the team that's capable of winning, I think, is a much better coach than the team that scrapes through on a 20-win streak.
Wow.
Yeah.
As normally, like from the Black Box Fumble, you win 20 games in a row, you're a god. And I think that's where that bias towards records for you comes in. Whereas for me, it's all about qualifying with a team that's capable of winning. I mean, that's why I played those extra games on my Chaos that had already qualified. Because I wanted a team that had, that extra block or that extra tackle.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's kind of no point qualifying.
No point qualifying with a rubbish team. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like Shawnee, for example.
Well, if the World Cup was, if the World Cup, you had to use the race that you qualified with, nobody would have tried to qualify with Norse because nobody chose Norse in the finals.
Exactly.
So it would have been silly to use Norse to try to qualify because nobody wanted to use them. So, I don't know. I really don't know. Yes, Katsunio, that's what I'd do too if I was going to qualify. Obviously, you would keep all of your money in the bank so that you just see who you matched against. And if you were matched against, like, say, I don't know, the Elves who are 2010, then you keep all of that. Well, you could have been matched against, like, a fucking Chaos team that's 2,300. And then he's just got, he might as well have that money in the bank to see what happens until he see who he plays, isn't it? There's no reason to cut down until he sees who he's matched against.
Yeah, exactly. Much like the level up, this could be a surprise 4-strength Lodge short hands ball carrier, and the Woodies are that in trouble.
Yeah.
So, but look, I think both are equally capable of winning. It's really hard to pick.
Yeah,
I mean, giving us 11 men and there's enough tackle and enough tackle pom, and
and
the Mighty Blow Mummies.
A draw would favour the
undead for sure. The overtime format.
Yeah.
Dirty player option as well. He could even scum a wizard and a bribe if he really wanted to. If he wanted to give away a wizard and 2 babes or something.
Yeah. Let's go undead, even though it's very close.
Yeah, very close. Yeah, like straight up. Like, I'm sure Ducky's team was better than that. I'm sure he didn't say, "Oh, this Lizard team was pretty good. I'm gonna sit on it." I'm sure it was that he got banged on. Wasn't banged on enough to delete. Like, oh man, but banged on enough that it's gonna be really tough. If you win this, Ducky, holy shit, I will double your Fash points. Would you like to take that bet? It'll cost you 1,000 to make that bet. Speaking of bets, once again, now that you've seen two lots of expert analysis, anyone who wants to place bets on who will be in the final, 2 coaches for the final, pipe up now. Either paste in the Discord or clearly say 2 coach names followed by the amount of Fash points you wish to bet. I'll jot them down. We'll give you a 5 to 1.
Wow, Ducky's got 7 times as many Fash points. Brutal.
It is not large stud. Bet on whoever the 2 coaches you think will end in the final. So naturally, don't bet 2 people on the one side. Pick one from this side and one from this side for the best chance of being right. We're not picking the winners, the 2 to the finals, Pac-Man. 5 to 1, Fat Fox.
Yeah, just kidding. Ground or steel.
Third turn 4 Kaz, pretty standard breeze.
Yeah, pretty standard. Yeah, so let's have a look at my tips then. I would say the Banter Bus.
Well, how many are you betting?
I'm not betting anything. I'm just.
Bet something. Bet something, you ledge. Bet something. Bet all your points. Bet your points, Jim. You got 2,000. Spend them.
No, I'm not a gambling man. Right, Banter Bus, Wraith Razors, Nagaroth Malefactors, and Best Fagor Tribute Band. And then, you've got to fancy Chaos Against Lizards, haven't you? You just got to fancy it. As good as Ducky is, I think his Lizards are underdeveloped. The Banter Bus are shaping up pretty nicely. They might get those star player points they need in the 2 matches before it. So I reckon the Banter Bus could definitely make the final. where they would play. Oh God, the Dark Elves against Nurgle's tough, isn't it? Do Nurgle have a claw pommer with tackle? If
Yes.
they do, well, let's favour them then. So best Fagor tribute band versus Banterbus. That'd be an amazing final, wouldn't it? And then obviously the best Fagors would take it. So I'm betting on best Fagor tribute band. All right. Can I just bet on the winner?
Hold up. Who'd you say makes the final? We're betting on the two people that are in the final.
I just want to bet on the winner.
Who were they playing in the final?
Because I just think Lupak could let me down. I can't.
How is that possibly going to happen? I think he's banging the Necro. I think he's then banging the Norse, and then I think he's banging the lizards or undead, but probably the lizards
or humans.
Or humans. Either, regardless, he bangs them.
Well, I guess the wood elves would just beat him. So okay, renegades.
Whoa! How much are you betting, Jim?
2001,
Whoa.
2012. no, 10. 12. I'll bet 12. I'll bet the odd 12 that I've got.
2012, locked in. No takesies backsies.
Oh no, 244. That's how many I'll bet. 204. 244 fast.
2012.
244.
Alright.
Yeah, well, banging on people who've got no idea is different to playing people who've got a clue, isn't it? But he gets the luck with the removals. That's the thing. I don't know. I mean, he's got to bang on the Necro. He's got to bang on the Norse. I mean, they're basically buys. He's basically got to. I think his team is definitely the favourite to make the top 4 out of all of them to win his bracket. He's got the softest bracket by far for his team. Because if you put like if he and Ducky swap places, then he would again have an easy route because he'd bang on the humans and he'd bang on the undead probably, whereas Ducky would have to play Necro, which could cause him some problems if he got lucky removals, and then he'd have to play Norse, which could cause him some problems if he got early removals. So, you know, the team is pretty nice.
Well, that's the other thing too. Calling caused a lot of trouble with those Mighty Blow Pommers. They're pretty similar on AV8s as Claw Mighty Blow is on AV7s. I mean, not really, but still somewhat similar. And the Yeti is a Claw Pommer too. That could take down lose Mighty Blow Warriors. Chaos Losing Warriors is pretty banging.
Yeah. All right, change it to Ducky because Shawnee just guy is shit.
Which high elf? El Paraver evolves? I guess that's the only choice.
Yeah, change mine. Ducky versus Hippie, please.
Hold up.
Just because it's just because I just think the High Elves could actually win it. The High Elves could win against Inarian, couldn't they? They really could.
Yeah, they could,
even,
but
even the Skaven could.
Do you not trust in Inarian's ability? Look, absolutely, any IG4 team can win against any other team at any time. Yeah. We're looking at coach performance, consistency, and Iron's consistently performed well.
And this is the thing, isn't it? Who are the what's the Esper team? You didn't put a race for them.
I just assumed they would lose.
All right.
They four superstar Woody Dark Elves.
Right. So I guess yeah, they could pull out some bullshit and win, but
nah, not with those tackle pommers taking out those key star players.
I don't think so. No. So yeah, the elf teams are the ones that put the fucking. It's funny how everyone would have probably bet on Stage Wartastic before this as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Against the orcs.
Oh man.
But then probably to lose against.
Lose to the Nurgle.
So yeah, the Nurgle are the safe bet there. But again, they can come unstuck. Like you'd fancy the Nurgle against the orc, but they can lose against the Wood Elves. Obviously you're going to fancy an Aryan versus the High Elves or the Skaven, and definitely against the Bretts, but they could come unstuck against the High Elves or the Skaven.
Yeah, look, a
fancy-
lucky bolt and an unfortunate snake and an Agi 5 high elf comes along, picks up the ball and scores.
Yeah, you'd fancy Ducky against Ducky's lizards against humans or undead, but they could come unstuck against wood elves, and you'd fancy Chaos against Necro or Norse or whoever the other team is. Oh,
Yeah,
the
Dark Elf. Yeah.
That particular Dark Elf team.
Yep.
That particular Dark Elf team, because it's
I mean, to run into 2 people with Tackle Pom, this has been unfortunate for that janky build. But that was never going to win a tournament, that Rule 5.
No.
It's great for poning people in the ladder, and I think Season 2 I had a 5-man Loner Ryuzen Dark Elf, and dominated every new player with 1500 worth to the TV against their no tackle, fucking fresh teams almost.
Yeah.
Didn't always get fresh teams, but you never were down in TV. And when you're never down in TV and you know what you're doing and you've got Blodge and they got no tackle, you just win.
Yeah. Most of the time.
Yeah.
Right.
Pretty standard praise, pretty standard. Oh yeah, so you were changing Hippie Ducky 244? Was that the bet?
Yeah, please. Yeah, I'll go Ducky. I'll bet on the perpetual champion.
Oh.
Yeah. Hippie versus Naren is hard to say because they're both good coaches, and you know it's what's yeah, he probably will, Shawnee, but that's the thing, it's dice, isn't it? The dice, the way Inarian plays is the dice of an Agility 4 team can beat him anyway. You know, he doesn't play as safe as maybe some other people would play. So in that respect, he could come and done again. And the high elf is 2,000 TV high.
Yeah,
They're not going to be easy to beat.
Anything will happen, for sure.
Yeah, like the upsets. I think upset. He's got Inarian's got 2 chances to be upset, like basically, whereas Hippie's only almost got 1 chance to be upset because you can't see the orcs. But then the orcs slaughtered the dwarves. So if the orcs have that kind of luck, then absolutely, Best Fargo Tribute Band are done, aren't they? If they take fucking 7 casualties, then they're just going to lose. So while Bash teams can upset other Bash teams, you're much more likely to see an Elf team upset a better Elf team than a Bash team upset a better Bash team. That's what I think. Yeah. Right.
Wow, Dirty Zansab unfollowed me. What a sneaky fella.
Wow. Dirty dingo.
Got a bet, Lou? Yeah, look, I'm sorry, Ducky, but I think Lou and Aaron for the final. I'm leading that way. And like, if he's able to farm, if Lou's able to farm some Necros, like zombies and skeletons, with those Mighty Blow Warriors, maybe he gets a really dominating Claw performance early on. Maybe he is able to get Claw on a second Warrior. Doesn't really need it against the Norse, probably won't take it knowing he's playing Norse next. But then knowing it's probably Ducky for the final of the left-hand side bracket, you probably still want that Claw anyway.
Do you know what? Okay, change my mind.
Whoa! What's this?
Lupac
Takes these
versus
backsies.
Hippie. Yeah, Lupac versus Hippie for me.
Never thought I'd see the day.
Yeah. His team's too good and his draw's too easy. He's guaranteed top 4. Lupac is
Ah, no, I don't know, guaranteed. I have a personal bias against the Norse coach, just because of his Russian shenanigans. That he gets away with just the dumbest shit sometimes that shouldn't work.
Yeah.
But remember, they're both glass cannon teams, really. The Tackle Pom will do work. I mean, sure, the Warriors might Mighty Blow down a Wolf, but then the Yeti Claw Pom's a Mighty Blow Warrior. Like, it could really go either way. He throws down some Russian fouls just because he knows he needs to. And if he gets lucky, Lou's done.
Lupac has got to play shit or be really unlucky to lose any of the games he's going to play.
You reckon against the Norse? Just his Claw Pom... His Beastman getting banged on by Mighty Blow Pylon.
He's still got plenty Mighty Blow. He's still got to be unlucky, I think. Yeah, I still think he's got to be unlucky, to be honest.
You really reckon that the Chaos struggle against... Well, that the Chaos won't have any issue against the Claw Pom Yeti and...
No, of course they could have issues. Of course they could have, but they might not. Those Norse might not even win. You know.
That's true, but I think they will. Like, the four superstar Dark Elves and the rest learn alignment lose to strategic Jugger Pom blitzers.
Mm-hmm. But you know, you just not necessarily. That's the thing.
But on the balance of probabilities.
Yeah. And look, I think Lupak has got to play shit or get unlucky. Yeah, definitely. I think he's heavily favoured against the Necro, heavily favoured
Yeah.
against the Norse, and heavily favoured against the Lizardmen, just because Ducky's team is garbage, to be honest. Like, and that's not an insult to Ducky, is it? It's just I think he's not got the levels that he needs to like, base. They're like a fucking what are they? They're like a glass hammer a bit, aren't they? Lizardmen against Chaos. If they maintain numbers, they do well, and I just don't think he's got the skills on his lizards to stay on the pitch against them. Plus, he might not even win against the humans or the
Yeah,
undead
true.
or the wood elves. It seems those four seem the teams just going by purely by the teams. I think those four teams are all pretty close together. Whereas
I do favour the undead. Remember the undead we looked at, the last one we re-looked at, and we did both agree that the undead were pretty favoured.
Yeah,
So presumably it's the undead against Ducky or the humans.
yeah. And then whereas I think the Banterbus is way better than the other three teams in that group. And I think just again purely on teams, those Dark Elves, although they're unbelievable, the High Elves look unbelievable as well. And Skaven can always throw a fucking spanner in the wrench.
Yeah, especially with the 10-move sprint short feet, for sure.
Spanner in the works. There you go. A wrench in the spanner. So yeah, the Dark Elves and the High Elves are both amazing teams. And then Best Fagors, if they get past the Wood Elves, which Shawnee's a very good coach, but he's only got 11 players. You'd imagine they would handle the Orcs. So I think the Nurgle and the Chaos have just they dominate their bracket of 4. While
They were lucky not to meet each other, eh?
yeah. I
And
think they're the best.
Large Stud,
Well,
a bit unlucky to run into Noble Game 2. Assuming, or even Mole if you...
I mean,
if you
actually,
had
I
got
think
away
probably just on teams, the two best teams are probably the Dark, but they're destined to meet each other in the quarters, aren't they? So that's why it's harder to bet on them, because they're going to be playing each other, and they're harder matches against the Nurgle than it would have been against like the Lizards or the Chaos or whatever. So yeah, interesting.
Alright, was there anyone who placed a bet that I missed?
Dunno. Lots of money on Lupak, isn't there?
Well, it's actually, they've been all little pussy bets. Single or quad digits. There were no 6-figure bets like last season.
Inarian there, 2,000 Ducky versus Inarian.
Yes, that's a pittance. That's a pittance.
2,000 isn't a pittance.
Mate, I could
1,000
empty out my
versus
pockets and 1,000 Vash points would fall out. That's how common 1,000 is. Have I missed anyone? Anyone have a bet? You cannot go into negative. If Johnny Five finds out that you've bet money that you don't have, and by money I mean Vash points, because it's kind of like money. He penalizes you. Penalizes you so hard.
God. Plus, and this is the thing as well. If the High Elves or the Dark Elves, and obviously we're favouring Inarian because we know he's a good coach. If Inarian does make it through Best Fagor Tribute Band, he's not coming through 100%, is he?
Well, that's what we thought last time, but he managed to.
True, but you'd imagine that the Tackle Claw Mighty Blow would do some kind of damage to him. But yeah,
More than the 0 that happened last season, for sure. You'd assume so.
You would assume he'd take something, yeah. So again,
And like that AV6 Witch, something's gonna happen to it.
Yeah, you would think so. Probably just a rock, and it doesn't matter about the AV6.
What if the rock hits Best Fagor on the Best Fagor Tribute Band?
Oh my god, that'd be the worst.
It would be the worst.
That'd be the worst.
No, wait, 5-1's heaps good.
Yeah, 5-1 is absolutely terrible to name the two finalists, to be honest. It should be 10-1.
It was 10-1 last time and everyone got it.
Yeah, did they?
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's because we did such good analysis, or maybe one of us did. I think it was me. You might have had some opinions too. We did such good analysis that we said this will be the two finalists, and everyone was just like, okay, and they all jumped on, and the economy was ruined.
Wow.
Boily Boy and Tachunas, easiest 100 points of their life. Any other bets?
Wow.
Hey, Try, you placing a bet? Hey, Omadon, you gonna bet money on Lupak? He's looking red hot. Well, better save it. Don't I have nudes somewhere? No nudes. Saved.
Yeah, it's funny. It is funny that obviously, yeah, you'd think that the Wood Elf banged on by the Nurgle, but you just never know, do you? Like it could just be Rock into Ball Carrier, Death into Blitz and Wizard, and all sorts can happen in any game. So it is hard to predict the finalists. Definitely difficult.
But we did it last season. Much to my dismay.
Well, I think the games to watch will definitely be the Dark Elves versus the High Elves if it happens, the Norse versus the Chaos if it happens, and the Wood Elves versus the Undead will be interesting, won't it? And I think Lizards versus Humans. I think all of Ducky's games will be interesting because he'll be up against it in all of them, won't he? But you'll imagine he'll be the best coach, but with the worst team in all of his games, and then obviously best Fagors. Both semis should be interesting in the final. So, yeah, interesting stuff.
Do you want to pick a coach from this side, Drop McClangers, and then a coach from this side?
Right. CPOM Men's. CPOM Men's is a valid strategy to win his bracket. It's brilliant for his bracket. It's like if Best Fagor Tribute Band was in that bracket, they would dominate as well, wouldn't they? Like that's tailor made for like just a generic bash team. Getting to smash the fuck out of Necro, then smash the fuck out of Norse. Into smashing the fuck out of depleted Lizardman team. And it's tailor made for Lupak to get the final this time. And then the other way, Best Fagors, they've got to get past Shawnee with a wizard, and then Inarian or the high elf guy with a wizard. So they might not get wizards. I don't know. Pretty cool. Right. Right. I'm off anyway now because it's late. It's late for Jimmy.
Oh, it's actually a more reasonable hour now, and that coffee's gone really good. Like, holy shit.
10 games from Fash?
Maybe.
Yeah. The soon-to-be partner Fash. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to be the only Blood Bowl streamer who isn't partner.
Oh, there'll always be Sage. Oh!
Oh, get banged on.
Who knows? Oh, look, it's probably different. You know, learnt. Lou helped me out a lot with, you know, how it all works, and he gets like a UK partner team looking after him, whereas I get like an Australian and New Zealand partner team. There might be different criteria. There might be fewer Australians. Like one of the others that got partnered this week is just some booby streamer.
Yeah.
Like has enormous views. Like puts us all to shame. But yeah, is just a booby streamer. And yeah, I don't know how often those get partnered, but yeah, probably different criteria.
Well, congratulations, and I'm off, so I shall see you later.
Choose.
And yeah, choose.
Give Sanaya a kiss for me.
I will.
Do it and say that was from Fash, and then film her response. Yeah, should have done it. Just tits out for the boys. Enormous boobs, Fanfox. Enormous boobs. I checked them all out just to see how I stacked up, and I was probably the smallest out of all of them. Oh, no, not all of them, of the 6. I was probably the 5th. And, yeah. The chick had a bio that was like, oh, I was in a music video with Steve O, whoever that is. Yeah, that's the thing. I think Jim was a little dismissive, I think, of what Norse can do to AV8 Beastmen when they get lucky. But he was right in saying that they had to get lucky in that regard, and I guess so. Like, if AV7 holds up, the Chaos are in trouble. But then again, Lou's not investing a huge amount in Claw. Mighty Blow on the Warriors will bang down Norsemen's. Well, 6 this week's Kazunia. Let's go to the other screen, just because I'm pretty sure on my pictures folder there's boobs. Well, this game, well, that rephrase, what we just did was the first round of the playoffs for Champ Ladder 3. With a large thud, getting some really good casualty rolls, or injury rolls, and taking out Mul's Dwarves in a bit of a surprise. I mean, it wasn't the easiest matchup for the Dwarves, but when you get that level of casualties, you just lose those Dwarves against anyone. And then, yeah, then a Stellar turn 8 one-turn play. But yeah, I've not heard about any other games being scheduled, and yep, that's all I know for playoff matches to date.